Label Radio.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mellow One, White Label Radio, classic hip hop, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and we do some new classic stuff too. I'm sitting with the guys, Run the Jewels in the building. How you do it? Like that?
You already know.
Like that? There you go. There you go. Yep. So, let's get right into it. Why Run the Jewels? Why you guys collaborate? What was it?
Because the shit sounds dope.
Okay.
We're just friends, man, and we were making music together over the past couple of years. I produced his record, Rap Music. We featured on each other's albums. He featured on my album, Cancer for Cure. We toured together. We were just having fun, and I invited him to be a part of the next project I was doing. I was gonna make like an EP or something on Twin Records. I didn't know what it was gonna be yet. He was like, "Oh, I'll jump on a few songs." We were like, "Okay, cool." A few songs became 5 songs, became 8 songs, and then all of a sudden we were like, "Oh, this is an album."
Okay.
And so that would just kind of happen by just a natural process, and then I came up with the name Run the Jewels, and we just ran with it. But the second record was like, oh shit, we gotta do this again. This was good.
Okay.
You know, so
where did the name come from?
Run the Jewels is well, you know, it's something that you heard like in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
You know, in New York, Run the Jewels means you're getting
run that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit was worldwide.
Yeah.
You walk up, you heard. Run that shit, whatever you had.
Run that shit, Run the Jewels, whatever.
Yeah.
And also the I was listening to LL Cool J, Cheesy Rap Blues, at the end when he goes, throw your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care, keep them there, Run the Jewels. And I was like, I always loved that expression because it was the most terrifying shit. And I was gonna use it for like an album title or something, but I floated it Mike's way, and Mike like took a day and he came back and he was like, that's it, that's the one. So that's what we run with. We just kind of feel like it represents the vibe of the music, you know, like kind of just taking the shit.
It does, because I listened to it and it's an energy. Y'all have an energy that's kind of dope. When you guys came up with this concept for the actual Run the Jewels group or whatever, was it conceptually saying we gonna actually make it high energy, high impact?
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, like
it was natural.
Yeah, we make. You know, it ain't a lot of cerebral thought that go into it. Besides, we here to jam, we here to go hard. Like I always just say, man, this is to me what rap music in my head as a kid grew into.
Okay.
You know, so this is to me, this is what it's supposed to do. So how could I not do this? You know, how could you ask, you know, Bad Brains not to play some of the dopest punk ever? How could you ask like Rage not to rage? So this is what you're supposed to do.
It was organic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's what we naturally do, and we're gonna keep doing it. And motherfuckers gonna keep being afraid.
Run the Jewels isn't a big thinking operation. We're a heart operation. You know what I mean? Like
it's all emotion.
It's all in the sense that we've just gone with what feels good. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not sitting around saying, you've got to do this energy. That's the energy that came naturally with me and Killer Mike in the studio together. And that's the energy that we found with each other, you know?
Yeah.
So it's all natural, man. I mean, we've done more thinking about it afterwards because people have asked us about it than we did beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, like,
So now the second album, you guys are on Mass Appeal, Nas's label. How is it having Nas as a boss?
Well, I mean, you know, our interactions with Nas have been short and sweet and limited. You know, he's been a supporter. He's definitely publicly supported us. He came by to one of our premiere events and you know, showed us a lot of love and actually premiered his new single at one of our events. So it's been cool. Obviously, we have the utmost respect for Nas, and also the people at Mass Appeal are people that I've known in the industry and who have started this label and people that I go back with. And so I knew that it was worth a conversation to talk to them about it. They had run the music by Nas. He liked it. He was like, yeah, go after him. And we knew people up there, so the conversation was easy. And you know, they came with it, man.
And it's not typical rap spiel. Like we don't have a boss. You know, Nas doesn't have a boss. Nas is an artist. He's a creator. He has a place where he releases music and he curates music, and Mass Appeal is that for us. But I don't want to fall back into just that cheesy ass hip hop descriptions and stuff. What you have is two people who make dope music. They go off, they make dope music, and then they find cool partnerships to get that music out in the marketplace. And it just so happens that Mass Appeal is a cool company. Nas is smart and cool enough to have invested, but we bring things to the table. I haven't had a boss since, and I will never have a boss because I don't ask anyone to give me money first.
We are on ship right here, and Massive Appeal has gotten down,
and they're doing a great job.
Partners,
yeah,
in this thing. So it's been cool, man, and they've got a really great creative team. That's the cool thing. One of the cool things about Massive Appeal, they're always filming, they're always shooting, they're always coming up with ideas. They're a creative group of people, and that's what we do too. So it's working, and I think Run the Jewels is a good first, really big and good first record for Massive Appeal Records. You know? And so I think everyone knows that this is a cool thing right now to be working on together. So it's worked out.
Yeah, we're loving it.
How does it feel that now that you guys have done the Run the Jewel thing and it's starting to take off, and you have a hell of a following now? I see kids hold up the logos and the hand signs and the whole nine. How does it feel?
Amazing.
Because you guys have been in the game for quite some time or whatever, so it seems like you guys are at your peak now.
Isn't that better? That's so much better than having your peak last year.
Yeah, or 20 years ago, right?
Yeah. Or 20 years ago.
Shouts out to Kurt Schilling. Shouts out to Connie Hawkins. Feel me in this. Shouts out to Garnett. Feel me in this motherfucker.
Right? You're not going to find two dudes who are more appreciative of what's going on with their careers probably than me and Killer Mike.
Absolutely.
Like, we are very, very aware because we've been around long enough to know the difference. You know? And we never lost, we never got bitter, we never lost. We just always made music. We just always kept making music and making music. And, you know, this is really special for us to watch it unfold this way because it has gotten bigger. And we know the fucking difference, you know? And so I think that when I was a kid, I started in this business and I had a moment where we kind of exploded with Company Flow. And it was getting really big and then we just fell apart. And one of the reasons was because we were kids and we didn't know how to handle that shit. We didn't know what to do, or we didn't know ourselves well enough to be cool, you know what I mean, about it. And it was very intense. But me and Mike have been through we've been through it, man. We're looking at this shit like, great, this is fun, but it's not going to change who we are. We already are who we are, you know. And so I think that it's really easy for us to be humbled and grateful for the whole experience because we know we've seen other aspects of it, and you know.
So speaking of Company Flow, will we get on the Company Flow album? Ever?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, those are my dudes. You know, we did some reunion touring a couple of years ago. It was fun. You know, I think you're more likely to hear a couple of Company Flow songs.
Okay.
I think I'd like to get that out first.
Okay, yeah.
But as far
baby
as
steps.
Right now, real shit. Right now, in terms of like what I'm dedicating my time to, it's me and Killer Mike. You know, that's what I want to do.
That's what's up. And then Killer Mike, Grand Hustle.
It's always Grand Hustle because Tip is my partner and I love him.
Are you signed to Grand Hustle?
You know, I am not signed to Grand Hustle's Columbia deal. I'm not signed to Grand Hustle, meaning I don't need to go get money from a company.
Okay.
I represent Grand Hustle in that when I was down on my ass, Tip was the only person that co-signed, and Jason and Hannah and Clay were the people that helped pick me up off my ass and provide me with opportunity. So to the day I die, you will definitely see me repping Hustle Gang because my friend helped me in a time of need, and we made some dope ass music, and that's why he continues to pop up on the Me and LP projects. And absolutely, so I represent and shine for them as much as I do this. But first and foremost, when I wake up in the morning and smoke motherfucking dope, it is about Run the Jewel. And that's how now. If Tip calls me in the morning and says, Mike, we got $2 million for y'all for Columbia, me and Ella definitely gonna say, well, let's take a meeting and talk about
Let's have a conversation, right?
Even once we walk out and be like, fuck it, we're not gonna do
cool.
it. We're definitely gonna hear those motherfuckers off.
Exactly.
You'll get me on the phone.
Yeah. But you know, I don't want people who are watching this to think this is not Little League. You know, I haven't jumped to another team and now we hate you. No, this is a bunch of adult men figuring out ways to exercise their art in the proper order. And that's what it is. So it isn't is it this or is it that? Nah, it is everything you see when I am representing. Yeah. I'm not going to disrespect any of my friendships or the working relationships that have helped me get me here. You know?
But at the end of the day, also really, for us, the music is what we're about.
That's all I'm about.
What we're about.
And you can tell, like I'm a hip hop connoisseur. I eat, sleep, breathe this hip hop shit since '80s.
Absolutely.
So
let me say this. You just wasted 4 minutes asking about the bullshit business of hip hop when we could have talked about the influence of N.W.A. on Killer Mike. Was N.W.A. better with or without Ice Cube? That's very provocative.
I have to ask those certain questions.
No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't.
I mean,
no, you don't.
Okay.
No, especially with what you know. But we ain't mad.
Why are you putting him on blast?
Yeah.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
That's what editing is for.
No, Mike, I'm not gonna edit this shit. This is real shit.
And there's no hater conversation. You don't have to. It's just the conversation is so much richer with what you know if we're talking about our influences rather than our
You're getting his
affiliations.
reaction to a million people asking the wrong questions.
Yeah. No.
But no, he knows that. He knows that I'm not disrespecting
No, I'm
him.
not.
I would just like to segue into, I personally thought N.W.A. Niggas for Life was better than Straight Outta Compton on
What?
the West Coast. I said it. I
Really?
think Niggas for Life is better than the Chronic.
Really?
It is the
Why?
darkest, hardest, most beautiful.
Now we segue into some real shit
This
now.
is a better
Let's have this conversation now.
than the conversation.
Why?
It is Dre at his darkest, most evil musical period. And I'm not mad that the Chronic made everybody feel happy and want to smoke weed. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when all the motherfucking Crips moved to Atlanta and we was like terrified of kids like, what the fuck? The world is a-changing. That soundtrack was a working horror movie that was so beautiful you couldn't turn away. And because my favorite rapper, you guys can tell when I rap how influenced I've been by O'Shea Jackson, because that sentiment of decent morality was taken from that shit became pure evil, almost unadulterated on audio, and it's just the most beautiful
But better
album.
than Straight Outta Compton?
And the Chronic.
I would
to me.
agree.
And the
I would
Chronic.
agree. I would agree.
And the cameraman is balling up his face saying, yes sir.
And I'll tell you why.
I don't
Hold on, hold
agree,
on. I'll tell you
because-
why. Because the second album is always darker. It's always meaner. It's always
Woo!
First one is
Woo!
like right here. And that's what we try to do.
Real
with our second
niggas
record.
don't die.
We were listening to that.
But see,
Hold on. Oh, that's what I did when it came on.
I agree. I did the same thing too. But the first one,
I still do it now,
The
and I'm 39, and I know it was a
Straight Outta
fantasy.
Compton had me like that, and it still had me like that.
My verse on Jeopardy is inspired in feeling by niggas who like, I wanted you to feel afraid. Because I listened to that record and I was afraid.
You scared?
But yet I couldn't turn away because the music was so beautiful.
Okay.
Dre, thank you. I know no one else will probably ever say that, but just if I'm lost on a desert
a lot
island,
of people.
oh my God, give me niggas life, man.
Okay.
The only thing that record could have possibly been missing was Scarface.
Really?
Nothing else in the world.
Okay. I disagree.
Yeah, your
but-
cameraman loves me right now.
Right? I disagree. But
He got a few more gray hairs than me and you. I trust him.
Yeah. that's my big cousin. So shit. He was there when the shit was getting popped off.
Exactly.
So,
Cuz saw the inspiration to that
yes,
shit.
yes, exactly. So since we talking about real shit now, I've been having this debate with my DJ and everything. Wu-Tang Clan. I say Method Man is overrated.
No, you can't say that.
I believe Method Man is overrated.
He puts on one of the best shows you've ever seen.
Okay. This is why I say he's overrated, because
He hasn't put out a perfect album. You're gonna say
he's
it's
never
like-
had a solo song that's been a hit.
What?
Bring
Solo.
the pain?
You're all that I need.
Bring the
Like,
pain?
All I needed was a collaboration.
oh, you mean that's his solo album?
I'm talking about him without anybody else on it.
You don't think
he
Bring
shines?
the Pain was a hit?
Bring the pain?
That's one.
You just said
never
that wasn't
had.
one.
Okay, and that wasn't a hit.
I just broke your
Bruh,
argument down.
come
with
on,
that.
wasn't-
bruh,
that wasn't-
bruh, you
Bring the
tripping,
Pain,
bruh.
really?
We was jamming that shit in
His-
Atlanta. We
his-
still, bruh. come on.
His standout moments is with somebody else.
I want to smoke.
You'll never
whatever
get
in the
me. You'll
world you
never
smoke,
get me
bruh.
to say that Method Man isn't ill. Like Method Man.
He's
Bruh,
ill.
hey,
He's ill. He's
But
definitely
y'all,
ill.
man, you never want to follow him in show.
No, he's definitely hell of a performer.
Like,
he's
you
amazing.
don't even want to play with yourself.
He's one of the
like that,
greatest. He's one of the greatest live performers
Ever.
ever.
bro.
Name your top five then. So we're segueing this shit now. So
That shit changes every week.
Top
but
five
I'll tell you
performers.
the
Okay,
greatest.
fine.
Oh,
I'll
top
do
five.
it.
Top five performers.
Go.
I'll do mine. I'll try to do mine.
Okay, do it.
I'm not a critic, but I'm a fan of music.
Yes.
Prince, #1.
Okay.
All-time greatest performer. Michael Jackson, #2. All-time greatest performer. Talking Heads, #3, because I grew up listening to their live record, Stop Making Sense. That was one of the first rock records that I ever bought in my life, and it was a live record. And that was what got me listening to music, like, oh my God, I can hear the crowd. This is a show. Like, This is crazy. Shit. When you get to the 4 and 5, it gets a little tough, doesn't it? Well, I would have to say KRS-One. KRS-One controls a crowd and
Like no one
has
else.
controlled a crowd since he came out. Iller than anybody I've ever seen in my life. And to this day, that dude can control. If you put 50,000 people in front of KRS-One, he is going to have them in the palm of his fucking hand.
Yeah.
And so I put him at a solid #4, and then #5, Lemon Juice. We're killing shit.
As you should. Who's your top five?
My top 5, this is kind of easy. I'm going to keep it rap related and go Run DMC. because they are the absolute
yeah,
prototype for two rappers and one DJ. If you can't rock a show as two rappers and one DJ, you need to stop playing. Like, you're a version of a pocket. So definitely Run DMC gave us that, and what they do is still dope to this absolute day. Them men in their 40s, and they'll come wipe your ass up on the stage. So Run DMC. Second ones, I got to give it to Outkast, because their live show is, was, and will always be absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Of which we got the honor to see personally this year like 5-6 times.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then you're going to talk about Method Man and Redman as a collectives, because I don't want to split my 3 and 4 vote. You do not want to fuck with Meth and Red. I have seen them walk feet on a crowd, not sour crowd.
They just did that at the House of Blues on stage. That's crazy.
That is that absolute, real, raw, wild out shit. I got to leave it at that. And let's see what the 4. You probably want to see DMX. You're not fucking with Dark Man X live. Dark Man X fucks shit up live.
And he does without a hype man too. Like that was the coldest shit I've seen.
With asthma, smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, right?
That man is live, man. That man, I seen that man turn up in a Waffle House, make that motherfucker jump. So for real, DMX and 5 for the live, you are not fucking with one of yours. Period.
Okay. My 5, I mean, the Roots is up there, and then Roots, because Black Thought does. They're just a band, so they're just musical. You know what I'm saying? And then Busta Rhymes.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Busta Rhymes with Spliff Star.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
I already answered the question. I was gonna ask with or without Spliff.
With Spliff, he has to have Spliff.
Respect.
Spliff.
Them and Chuck and
Flav.
Oh God, we gotta put P in there.
Public Enemy. Yes.
They show you what to do.
They do. It's one of those things that greatest hype man of all time. Spliff Star may be up there. I mean, Flav is there.
Beastie Boys were unbelievable performers as well. The Beastie Boys were unbelievable.
Yo, I seen them motherfuckers do the 3-man weave. You play basketball, right? The 3-man weave. Them niggas did the 3-man weave on stage. I lost my fucking mind because I was like, shit. Coach made me do that for a drill. They do it on stage. So yeah, that's crazy.
Goody Mob is an honorable mention for anyone who's never saw them in their prime, man. You never saw more synchronized slum motherfuckers in your life.
I love Goody.
It's
fun. We got Big Gibb next week on our show, so he coming out on our show.
I'm gonna give you a young on the come up group that you should watch out for, man. And some people may frown their face, but you ain't gonna see a better show than the Migos. Those kids always dressed alike. They're always propped up, primped up, ready to go for show. And when they come on stage, it's a spectacle. It really is a spectacle. Okay. So shouts out to the homies Migos, man, from the side.
That's what's up. So let's get out of here. Last not least, my man Killer Mike.
Love y'all, man.
LP. This is hip hop, y'all. This is what it's about. Debates and shit. You know what I'm saying? White Label Radio.
Thank you. Love. Thank y'all very much, man. Love.